We are rapidly approaching the end of 2021 and I can't believe how quickly this year has flown by. So I thought it was about time we took a look back at the standout running items that we've tested and reviewed at the channel in 2021. So let's dive in. Welcome back everyone, or if it's your first time on the Run4Adventure channel, then thanks for watching, it's really appreciated. I'm Lloyd Purvis and in today's video we're going to be taking a look back at all the running stuff that's really impressed us throughout the year, whether it be a speedy pair of race day shoes, a daily trainer, running apparel, or even a nice shiny new piece of running tech. Right, first item to make the list comes from lighting specialist Fenix and it is their running head torch, the HM65RT. Now over the years I've run with hundreds of head torches from different brands, different models, but when I put this headlamp on my head for the first time and went out for a run, I was amazed at the performance, in particular how bright this head torch is, especially on that max output mode of 1500 lumens. Next to discuss is build quality. Now everything about this head torch screams quality, from this ultra lightweight magnesium body, super well engineered, to the top buttons being very solid and feeling like they'd stand up to the test of time. The adjustment on the actual torch itself, the tilt adjustment, it makes this real solid clicking engineered sound as you adjust it. Very satisfying. I would say it's very similar to the first time you sort of get in a high-end motor car, you start playing around with the switches, they all feel very smooth and solid and well engineered, or you grab the door and shut it to a nice weighty thud. This is how this head torch feels when it comes to the build quality. Even when I had it set low at 130 lumens, it just seemed very bright. Then when I ran it at medium mode on 400 lumens, it seemed extremely bright for 400 lumens, brighter than any other 400 lumen head torch that I've used. So either this is a very bright head torch, or them head torches that I've used in the past haven't been fully truthful when it comes to their lumens output. When you put that spotlight on max mode of 1300 lumens, it really is bright and you can see so far down the trail. But if you go one step further into that crazy dual power mode of floodlight and spotlight together of 1500 lumens, it's pretty much like running in daylight. This has to be the lightest head torch with this amount of power that I've ever used. I find it sometimes really hard to get across on camera how good a piece of kit really is, but I think the footage that we captured of the HM65RT in action really speaks for itself. Next up is an item of running apparel, and it's actually an item that we've only just recently reviewed on the channel, so it only just had time to make it onto the list, but it is the long sleeve mesh base layer from Danish brand Sky. Anyone that follows the channel knows I'm a big fan of this brand and I spend a lot of time running in their kit. So ever since I tested out this top, I found myself reaching for it more and more often, especially if I'm going to be running in a jacket of some description. First up are two brand new items to the Sky range, and actually two items that I've been wearing a lot of over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So it is their new mesh base layer. So two different designs. We've got the lightweight long sleeve that I'm holding up, weighing in at only 105 grams. But we've also got a tank top option. They're made from 80% polyester, 20% spandex, highly breathable, but they also offer great moisture management properties. So perfect under that long sleeve tee, or even better under a waterproof jacket. We've got grey and white options available and 6 different sizes. So extra small through to extra large. The long sleeve retails for £37 and the tank top retails for £32 here in the UK. Let's go into a bit more detail and a few more specifics about how the kit's fitted, how it's performed over the last few weeks, and let's start with the mesh base layers first. The first thing to note is the crazy lightness of these mesh base layers. So with the long sleeve weighing in at just 105 grams and the tank top coming in at 65 grams, they are super light in construction, and to be honest, you can hardly feel that you're wearing a top. If I hold it up, you might be able to see and you see me through the fabric, it is quite transparent, but not completely see-through. So you could almost wear it as a long sleeve tee, but where it definitely works best is under a waterproof jacket. It offers you that super fitted technical layer that's gonna help regulate your body temperature while you're running in a taped seam waterproof jacket, but it's so breathable and lightweight in construction that you don't get too hot in it either, and that's something really hard for a base layer to achieve. So the long sleeve and that mesh tank top have performed really well so far. Speaking of running it in a waterproof jacket, we've just uploaded a running waterproof jacket buying guide here at the channel. I've left links in the description, so if you're in the market for your first waterproof jacket or you want to upgrade your existing jacket, you might find it helpful. If you haven't come across the SaySky brand before, they are well worth checking out. They're not the cheapest apparel in the world, but what you do get is top quality, high performance, awesome fabrics, and I think all their apparel looks pretty cool as well. So everything that's featured in this video, we're going to leave links in the description below so you can check it out in a bit more detail. We are going back to a piece of running tech now, but it's a bit of tech with a difference, and actually an item of kit I'd never come across in the past. When Nightcore contacted us and asked if we wanted to test out one of their NWE30 battery powered emergency whistles, I was super interested and we had to check it out. So we have come out in the pitch darkness of the Hale Towers. There's not a lot of light pollution out here, that's for sure. And we've got our NWE30 emergency whistle with us. So the plan is I'm going to head that way about 500 yards and then we're going to set this beauty off. So we should get a 2000 lumen strobe light and we should also get that 120 decibel whistle. So it's going to be a great test for it in this hostile nighttime environment. So we're going to get the head torch on and then we're heading off that way. See you soon. Right, so we are about 500 yards out. I've got the whistle in my hand. I have no idea how loud this is going to be or how bright it's going to be. I haven't set it off yet, so when I twist the bass we should get 120 decibel whistle and we should have a 2000 lumen strobe going off as well. So let's turn the bass and let's see what happens. I hope that's coming across on camera. It is super bright when that strobe light flashes, and I'm having a shout because it is super loud as well. What a great bit of kit. Definitely would get you out of some tricky situations. But I'm gonna stop shouting. We're gonna head back to Liga where the camera is. So let's turn this off. Okay, stop it, be quiet. Right, let's get running. Oh, I'm out of breath. Wowzers. I think that was a pretty successful test. Once I figured out how to work it, literally unscrew the bottom, wait a few seconds, that 120 decibel buzzer goes off, and then it emits that 2000 lumen strobe. I don't know how it looked on the camera, but over there it was super bright and it was really loud. So what a great bit of kit. Anyway, let's get out of the dark, let's get home, and let's carry on this review. Such a wicked little bit of tech and literally a piece of equipment that could save your life. So I'm definitely going to be carrying this emergency whistle from now on in my race vest, especially if I'm taking on a long ultra off the beaten track or even in the mountains. Anyone that pushes the boundaries of endurance, whether it be running, cycling, climbing, swimming or any other physical activity, knows that fueling is very important and super personal. But it can also be the first thing to go wrong on a lot of occasions when you are putting in a lot of physical effort over a long period of time. I've played around with lots of different nutrition from lots of different brands over the years, and I thought I had my sort of fueling system pretty much dialed in. That was until I tried out the Morton gels and their drink mix. I've been running a long time, and when Morton burst onto the scene, they really did make a lot of noise and a lot of hype, and if I'm honest, I thought it was just that, just hype. But how wrong could I have been? So the final big test for the product, I really wanted to use it running an ultra marathon and use it in race day conditions. I think that was really important when it came to testing out all the products we got sent. This is why the review has taken some time to get together, but we finally got the opportunity a week or so ago when we went out and we ran the Mud Cruise Southwest Traverse. So you join me on the Southwest Traverse. We are 42 miles into a 44-mile ultra marathon. We can see the finish line. I'm just going to have my last Morton gel just to top me up so I can get to that finish. There's a few hills to go. The products work brilliantly. No issues with my stomach. I've got bags of energy. Unfortunately, totally underprepared. No training in my legs. So I'm just feeling it a bit now. But can't blame that on the product. Again, the drink, same thing. Stomach's really well. It's not sugary sweet, so it doesn't make you get that sickly sort of feel. So really happy with it, really impressed with it. And this was the biggest test so far. We've been testing it out for a couple of months, but biggest test, 44 miles on a challenging course, and it's passed with flying colours. But back to the studio. I pretty much solely use the Morton product now for my training and racing nutritional needs. I might have the odd Lucho Delitos block or a banana or a bag of ready salty crisps if I need them, but there will be Morton in there of some description, whether it be the gels or the drink mix. Now, I know it's not the cheapest nutrition out there on the market, but I'm happy to pay that little bit extra for something that works really well. And personally for me, the Morton nutrition products definitely work the best. So we've got 2 more items to make it onto our list, and we're going back to a piece of running tech and actually another running specific head torch. We've literally just tested and reviewed this product on the channel, and I thought maybe it's a little bit close for it to make it onto the Gear of the Year list, but its performance impressed me so much, especially at the incredible value price. So it is the UT27 running head torch from Nightcore. So without further ado, let's dive into the review and tell you all about what this small, compact running head torch is capable of. So let's start with all the important figures when it comes to light output or burn time. The first thing you'll probably notice is that the light unit actually has 2 different light sources there built into it, or as Nightcore like to call it, dual beam fusion. So first up, we have the spotlight that uses a Cree XP G3 S3 LED to produce a warm white penetrating light, perfect for those foggy runs, running in heavy rain, or those sort of sea mist runs that we sometimes get down here in Cornwall. On high setting, that will give you 400 lumens and a max beam distance of 128 meters, and you'll get approximately a 6-hour burn time. If you turn that down a notch to the lower setting, you'll get 100 lumens, a beam length of 65 meters, and an increased burn time on that battery of around about 10 hours. I almost forgot to mention and show you one of the great features that for me really highlights how much thought has gone into this and how much attention to detail has gone into the design. So let me set the scene. You're out there running through a winter's night in a race, you're bobbing along a super dark section of trail, having the time of your life, great fun, then boom, your batteries run out on your head torch and you are plunged into darkness. You're scrambling around in your pack, you find your spare batteries, you take your head torch off your head, you can't see what you're doing, you can't get the batteries out, you're putting the new batteries in the wrong way, and it's all a bit of a faff, and a lot of us have been there. I know I definitely have. So what have Nightcore come up with to help with this situation? Well, what they've done is they have made the battery tray in the unit glow in the dark. What a clever and simple idea, and I love innovation in running products, and that is simply brilliant. Can you believe you get all that brilliant tech and all that clever, well thought through design for under £60? And that is just brilliant value. If you haven't seen our full in-depth review of the head torch, I'll pop a link in the description. It's definitely worth going and checking out in a bit more detail because this is a fab unit. So moving on to the last item, and it wouldn't be a Gear of the Year list if we didn't have a pair of running shoes on it. I've recently done my top 3 road shoes and top 3 trail shoes on the channel, so I didn't want too many shoes featuring in the Gear of the Year list. I had several pairs to pick from, but the shoe that I've gone for is a shoe that I kept hearing lots of great feedback about from you guys, and I was umming and ahhing whether to get a pair I am so glad I did, because I have loved running in this shoe this year, and it's actually the shoe I tend to find myself reaching for if I'm heading out on a road run of any description. So it is New Balance's very popular lightweight neutral daily trainer, the Fuel Cell Rebel V2. Let's give you a few facts and figures about this new lightweight neutral daily trainer from New Balance. It retails in the UK at £120. Weight wise, it comes in at a very light 218 grams in a men's UK 10. It runs off a 6mm heel offset, and it's available in 4 different colorways for men and for women. When it comes down to sizing, I'd say it sizes up a little bit short, so I've had to go up to a UK 10 from my normal UK 9.5, and it's got average width in the toe box. With 60 miles in the shoe, I have to say it's still looking pretty much brand new, so no signs of fatigue on that lightweight constructed upper. The midsole, no compression, it still feels soft, bouncy and very responsive, and the outsole, no signs of wear at all. So even though it is a lightweight daily trainer, it looks like it's really solid in construction. So we're going to have to score it high again. It's going to come in with a very solid 9 out of 10 for durability. So adding all those points up at Run4Adventure, the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V2 scores a top performing 26 out of 30. Right, I suppose it's about time we wrap this review up with a quick conclusion, and I've got nothing but good, positive things to say about this running shoe. I've been hearing lots of great feedback, lots of great reports on the shoe, so I had to try it, and I'm so glad I did. I can pretty much say 100% that when it comes to the end of the year and we're doing that roundup of running shoes that we've tested and reviewed at the channel, that this shoe is going to make it into our top 5. So if you're looking for a lightweight, very cushioned daily training shoe with lots of pop in that midsole, maybe a shoe that you can cross over to race day as well, then I definitely recommend checking out the Rebel V2 from New Balance. I really do get a great big smile on my face every time I lace these up and take them out for a run. Such a great feeling, lightweight, versatile, neutral running shoe. It's actually made it quite hard to sort of test out and review other shoes this year, because all I want to do is put these bad boys on when I'm running. So there you have it, a selection of the standout running items in 2021 at Run4Adventure. It has been a busy year testing and reviewing products for you guys at home, and easily our busiest year to date. But next year, we're going to make sure that we bring you even more fun and informative, but most importantly, honest reviews here at the channel in 2022. Really hope everybody has had a fantastic Christmas break and you are looking forward to celebrating the new year in style. I've got my fingers and my toes crossed that we can all have a better year next year with maybe a little bit less uncertainty in this crazy world. A massive thanks to everyone for all the incredible support that you've given myself and Liga here at Run4Adventure. It has been a fantastic year for the channel. Obviously, this is our last video of 2021, so we will see you guys on the other side. But for now, thanks for watching. It's always appreciated, and as always, stay safe and keep on running. Go wrong on a lot of occasions when you are putting in and next up is an item of running apparel. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.